today? I am good here. It's a beautiful day here. So I got a couple of requests to show how I made my garland banner. Now this was the very first really large one that I ever made like this. So it was a learning experience, and I am going to do a couple of things differently, though not much, in showing y'all how to make one of these for yourself. I am going to give y'all the sizes of everything, but this one is really big. I made this to be a swag on my, it's like my sideboard, and it is big enough that I could put it on the mantle of my, across the mantle of my fireplace. So if you don't want it that big, I mean, you could even make little teeny tiny ones. I've made them super tiny to go in my journal, and they're really cute. So I'm going to give you the sizes of making a really large one like this, but you can adjust it to make any size that you want. Okay, so first we're going to start with our cord. Honestly, guys, that can really be anything that you want it to be. I want it to be this like piece of faux fur. Okay, I don't even know what to call it. It feels furry. Of course, it's not real. And let me tell y'all how long I've cut it. I did cut it a little longer than I know that I believe that I'll leave, because one of the things I'm going to do differently is I'm going to tie a knot in each end and a very small loop in the middle so that it hangs easier. Hanging that one was a little bit of an issue, so you know, you learn. And that was one thing that I knew that I would do differently. So we have pretty much a 5-foot strand of this faux fur that is going to hold everything together. So again, if you want it for a sideboard, a china cabinet, a shelf, you know, maybe a large shelf or your fireplace, 5 foot would probably be pretty good. You might even want to go a little bit larger. Okay, so for the triangles here. Now this is not part of a triangle, and we'll get to that later, but I have a triangle here and a triangle here. I have already cut templates for that, and I'm going to show you. So the very back, the base of the triangles ended up being 6 by 6, obviously on that side too, by 5. So 6 by 6 by 5, okay? And that's all we're going to worry about right now. So I'm going to put this other smaller one aside. I want my base to be something kind of neutral so that I can put stuff on top of it and it won't be detracting, won't be too busy. So I found this, I think, not sure, but I think it used to be a tablecloth. Not sure. I've had it forever. But what I'm going to do here, since I have 5 panels, 5 triangles, I'm going to go ahead and draw 5 triangles to cut. Look, these are shabby triangles. It's not going to be perfect. I personally don't want it to be perfect, and that's good, because I don't know if I could, well, I'm not going to say couldn't ever, because I have cut cloth pretty straight as of late, but I don't want it to be perfect. We want it to be a little tattered. We want it to be shabby. But if you've got to have those straight lines, just good luck with that. My dog's wanting to bark. Let's see if I can get Not quite. Well, wait, does it? Does it? You know what? We're going to go ahead and do that. Yep, that does it. Let's say it should. What am I doing wrong? All right, so there's 3. Steven, if you're going to bark, you need to go out. I don't even know what he's barking at. Probably something 3 miles down the road. That's 4. And 5. Almost there. All right, y'all, I am going to cut these triangles out, and I am going to not bore y'all with that. So I'll be right back after I cut these triangles out. Okay, y'all, I got the 5 triangles cut out. This is going to be my base, okay? All right, I've got my hot glue gun turned on, just making sure that it's ready to go. And it is. All right. Get over here. I've got to do some better organizing on this desk because I have a hard time reaching my glue gun, and well, that is just, my glue gun is like the lifeblood. All right, so let's have a closer look at the ones that I've already made, okay? That shabby look, y'all, is all about layers. You can see I've got this as my base. I've got a layer here, a layer here, a layer here, here, there, here, there. So it's really, and by the way, this is another layer. We'll get to that in a minute. Layer, layer. It's all about the layers. And I'm not going to make this one look exactly like this one. But yeah, it's all about the layers, Onion Boy. I was thinking about Shrek. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am now going to cut this. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to cut this. Oop, my other light's not on. There we go. Into 5 triangles. Okay. Hold that down for me there. Please make it a little bit easier. There we go. This fabric is so light, it just, wants to slide right off. And there's going to be no drawing on this because it would just kind of, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm just going to cut it the best that I can. And again, because we don't want it to be perfect anyway, as long as it's some semblance of a triangle about the same size as that one, it's going to be perfect. Try not to cut the other triangle, Marie. I'm trying. Y'all see this is not any sort of exact science here, right? You're probably thinking, I can't believe she's doing it like that. There's easier ways. And there probably is. But this is what works for me. Got one. Alright guys, I wanted to show y'all that, and I'm just going to pause again so I can cut out these rest of these 5 triangles and not bore y'all to death with the cutting. Just want to make sure that y'all can see what I'm doing here. Just lining my triangle up. Just cutting out that triangle, okay? Alright. Do this one and then pause so I can get these cut out and not bore y'all to death with triangles. Alright guys, I got my sheer polka dotted fabric cut. This is slightly, it's like a mauve color. It's not pink, it's not ivory or tan, it's just kind of in the middle, and I love it. I'm about to use my pokey stick, and most of the time y'all see me using my shabby chic looking pokey tools. I made an exception for this one because I love that llama so much. How cute is that? It makes me happy to look at it. So I made it like that. And he is my, actually I have several oddballs, but he is one of my oddballs because most of them are shabby chic. I've got maybe 20 pokey tools. But anyway, we are going to rough up the triangles a little bit with the pokey tool. It would be helpful if when I was cutting the fabric I could have, done that rip, so then you could skip this process. And if you feel that you can do that and make a semi-precise triangle, square, circle, whatever shape it is that you're deciding to do your banner in, more power to you. I just know that I could not. It would not work out for me. If I am doing something that doesn't matter, if it's a straight-ish line, that's how I get my frayed ends. But I do need this to be, somewhat of a triangle. So I'll have to manually do it afterwards. I'm getting scratches on my desk. I need to redo that. I actually have numerous mats to put right here and just forgot. Oh, I need to redo it anyway. It's looking kind of rough. Where's my mat? Here. Where's my mat? Oh, sorry about that. That sounded lovely. My mat has glue all over it. But it's fine. I don't want to tear that up anymore, being as I can't replace it right at this moment. And my mat has glue. Y'all please excuse it. Okay. I saw in the weather where it looks like there's going to be some places that's going to be getting snow very soon. Are any of my watchers out there in those places? I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm jealous. I love snow. I love a good snow, but I am just enjoying this fall weather and watching the leaves slowly change, the peak of the orange and the reds, the purples and the golds. But I do love a good snow. I do. We usually get around one really good snow per year, sometimes two. Okay, got those tattered. Now I want to tatter these a little, and I cannot do that on this fabric. It just won't do right. So we're just going to do that with our hands a little bit. I am not going to make y'all watch while I do this whole process, so I will be back as soon as I've tattered this. Okay, I am done tattering the triangles. And I am going to go ahead and put the base together, and we'll show you how I do that. If you're wondering how I did this garland, you might want to watch this step because it is going to make a difference later on in the process. Okay. So I am not going to completely put these all the way together. I am just going to put a dab of glue right in the center. That way, if I want to fit anything up underneath on the sides, and I know I'm definitely going to want to fit something up underneath here, that is where my piece of fur, my hanger, is going to go, is right up underneath there, okay? Because I decided I wanted a backing. Oh, there went my glue stand. Great. To this one. Come on. There we go. So just a little touch of glue just to go ahead and, you know, to stabilize it for the moment. Some of y'all might be thinking, oh my goodness, that's looking ratty. Y'all just gotta trust me. Trust me, trust the process. Trust the process. And y'all, like I was saying earlier, you don't have to do triangles. You can choose whatever shape you want to make them the pieces in. There are all sorts of different kind of banners. All right, let me pick up the base of my glue gun, my charger, since it fell. Okay. All right, let me set these aside. Is that dry enough? Yeah, it feels good and dry. We are about to cut more triangles. When are we going to get to the fun part of decorating? All right. I already have another template done. See? Notice it is just a little bit smaller than the base triangle, and y'all, I don't know how much smaller it is. I did not measure. You're just going to cut a triangle. What I did is I used the base triangle and I drew this way, that, you know, that long, and then to about right there. slid that over to meet that line, and then come down to meet the one that I had drawn previously. That way it's at least the same shape. But you just want a triangle that's a little bit smaller than your big triangle. Now, I have printed on fabric some of Oohlala Vintage Treasures Ruffles and Roses kit. And that is what I'm going to use for this part. Where's my pencil? I did leave the backing on, the sticker paper on, just to make it easier for me to peel off later. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of white in there, but it's not going to matter, y'all, trust me. It's going to be beautiful. Hopefully, I won't have to print out anymore. Hopefully this will be enough, but I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know. It's looking like I might need to print out some more. Oops. There we go. Well, that's definitely not perfect, but that's okay. There's 3. Can I get 2 more? One right there. Come on, let me get 2 more. Oh, look, 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 look. There we go. There's 1. Wonder if another one will fit. Well, let me go ahead and draw that one and see what we got. Yes. Good. I'm not going to have to print anymore. And I really don't like to waste, so I really just, you know, I want to use as much of it as possible. This is fabric, you know. I don't have it in quite the surplus as I have paper. I've got a lot of fabric, but not quite as much. All right, I'm going to cut these triangles out. I'm going to try to cut inside the pencil lines, but it is a charcoal pencil, and that way I can just kind of wipe off any that might be left. There's a little tiny bit left. Have any of y'all done any exciting fall activities? This past weekend, we went to Hendersonville, North Carolina. We don't live far from there, like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what part of Hendersonville you're talking about. And we went down the highway that just has one apple orchard after another, and we bought an apple pie, ice cream for the apple pie for later. We bought apple cider donuts, pumpkin donuts, hot apple cider, cold apple cider to add mulling spices to, and hot apple cider to drink right then too. Let's see, apple cider slushy, And then my husband bought some sort of berry slushy or something, which I didn't try, but he said it was good. We bought some corn nuts. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. And I got some salt and vinegar flavored boiled peanuts. I love boiled peanuts. Love them. And salt and vinegar is my favorite potato chip flavor. So I had to try it. I had to. And I'm in love with them. Oh my goodness. But I have issues with you know what, the doctors don't even know what to call it. It's not edema, which is, you know, your legs and your feet swelling. I was born this way, that when I have too much sodium or too much simple carbs, and the combination of the two is misery. But when I have too much of either one, my whole entire body swells. My whole entire body. There's been times in my life where I haven't been able to open my eyes the next day, and I hurt. It's just really bad. So I could only eat a few of these boiled peanuts. It was hard to stop. I've got some down in the refrigerator right now. Call them a name. I don't know. I don't know if I'll give in. And then we were celebrating Feast of Tabernacles yesterday and had the family over, and we grilled some lamb and beef burgers. I made some spiced sweet potatoes, some brown gravy, and I made this pasta salad that was, oh, it's so good, so good, so good. Just a bunch of stuff. More apple cider, more apple pie with ice cream. And today, my stomach is not thanking me. It is not. It is not happy. It's not horrible, but could be a lot better. Definitely, I'm feeling a little discomfort. I'm not used to eating that way. All right, where are my triangles? All right, we're going to do the same as we did with these. We're just going to, oh wait, no, this one, sorry y'all, sorry, no. I have actually got to cut, let me make sure that I did do the right size. I got it right just to make sure. Yes, it's looking pretty. I am going to take these off, take their backing off of all of these to expose just the fabric. Look, it does a job at fraying. That's all I'm going to fray. Just let the sticker do it. I might have to pause the camera just to get this stuff off. Alright, yeah, I'm going to. Otherwise, y'all are just going to be sitting here forever trying to watch me peel off stickers. Y'all, backtrack. I forgot a step, and I'm glad I didn't peel all of these off because, well, I guess I could use my template, but I'm going to use this. I have actually got to make 5 more squares like that. I'll show y'all why. Let me move this aside. I've got 3 peeled. Let me make, I'm just going to use the template. I didn't even think about that. And I've got to make 5 of them that size. You'll see why. One. 2. 3. 4. And 5. 5. Is that going to be big enough? You know, I might just want to do another one for just in case. I don't know, that fabric may have folded on me and I didn't realize, because that does seem a little bit small there. Okay. I am going to go off camera and cut these out. Okay, so I've got them cut out, and again, they don't need to be perfect. They're just going to be the backing for this. We are now going to make some little puffy triangles. Okay, so I want a piece of felt that is a little smaller than this triangle. I want my felts to be a little bit smaller. So, you know what? I'm not going to do that. That doesn't work real well. I'm just going to cut it. So I'm going to cut following that triangle to about right there. So I don't want it to be as big. Slide it down a little. There's that tip. So I'm going to slide it to right there. See the tip of the little felt one? See? Right there. I just slid it down to meet it right there. That way I know it's not a whole lot smaller, but it'll give a nice puffed look. Alright, so there's my template felt triangle, and see, it's going to fit in there just pretty much perfectly. And then I'm going to have this over the top of it, and I'm going to sew. I'm going to show y'all that in just a minute. I cut 5 felt triangles. I just laid the felt template down over the piece of felt, and I'm just cutting out some triangles. 2 triangles, 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 right? Three. So basically you're just cutting some really large triangles. Your banner will consist of 5 really large triangles, 5 little less bigger than large, medium large triangles, 5 large triangles, 5 medium large triangles, and 10 smaller triangles. Well, actually 15, because the felt is also triangular, and those need to be in the center. And that's what your banner is made out of. And you do not have to puff up your banner. It can all just lay very flat. It would be totally fine. But I want it to be kind of puffed and sticking out, you know? Alright. Oh, I forgot to take the stickers off those other 2 now. Oh well, I'll do that in a second. I'm just going to do the same thing here that I did with my bigger triangles. I'm just going to make sure that the center has a dot of glue, just to kind of hold everything down. Make sure that your felt is covered. If you want to glue the whole thing down, use Fabri-Tac, because, well, I mean, I don't know about your sewing machine. You know your sewing machine better than mine, but my sewing machine does not like to go through the buildup of hot glue, so mine doesn't. Where are my pieces? Here's two. Where are my other pieces? So weird. Oh, there they are. Okay. Right in front of my face. Y'all see? Now, I might trim that up after I sew everything down, because I don't want the felt showing. Does this make sense? How I'm doing this? This will definitely be trimmed down. All right, I have to take the backing off of these, of course. I tell you what, after you've already done something one time, things go a lot faster the second time. That first banner actually took me a while to do. It really did. You know, I was navigating the best way to go about things and how to achieve the look that I was thinking. And I went back and forth on the center for many times. Never committed to a center and had to tear it up because I wasn't happy, so at least there was that. But you know, in my head and laying stuff on it and going, I don't know. There was a lot of that. And there might be a lot of that with the center on this one because the center is not going to be the same. That was a fall banner. This is a shabby chic banner, garland, whatever you want to call it. I haven't decided what I want to call it yet. Banner. But you know, and I like banner, I do, but garland seems more festive in my opinion. What do y'all think? What should we call it? Okay, now I do have to go on off of camera to sew these. My sewing machine is not here. It's way over there. But I will be right back and show y'all exactly how I did that. It's just a simple single seam thingy. So I will be right back. Okay, y'all, I am back. Getting my glue gun. There we go. Okay. So let me show y'all what I did over at the sewing machine. I just sewed my triangle just to make sure it was puffy. Had my nice puffy center. As y'all can see, it is not beautiful or perfect sewing. I do not pin. I don't. So things move a little bit, and that's totally okay with me. I just want to make sure that everything is down. I know that there was one where not everything, see right there? So I just want the puffy. This is not going to show, but the seams will. So we're still all good there. See? Beautiful, beautiful. Just want to make sure it's all down. It is there. See, got a little bit of opening right there. And that one, none. Now, putting the glue gun back. Now I'm going to trim it up. I never worry about some strings, but I don't want excess strings, nor do I want excess of the backing showing, so, or the felt. So I do trim that up. Again, does not have to be perfect. Some showing, that is totally fine. but we want the prettiness to be the star right here, the prettiness of Oohlala Vintage's Ruffles and Roses kit. We want that to be the star, not these stray strings and pieces of backing. So just trimming it up a little. For those of y'all that are not going to do the sewing, I know there's some out there that's, you know, you're not sewing. Fabric glue. Fabric glue would work just fine. Does not have to be sewn. Fabric glue would make some nice puffies. Alright, those are all trimmed. And you know what? Let me make sure that I've got all 5 here, because you never know. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I do. 4, 5, okay. Alright, gonna do the same thing here with our dot glue to put these on. See how relatively easy, just a little time consuming. It is a little time consuming, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, after doing that first one, I mean, there's nothing that I haven't shown y'all. You know, y'all have seen everything other than the me cutting out stuff. I have not been at that this long, seriously. So all right, now I have got to find my snippets and laces and tuckies and all that kind of stuff, because the fun's about to begin. So y'all give me a few minutes and I'll be right back and we'll get started on that. I'm also going to go downstairs and grab me something to drink. Okay, I am back, and I almost forgot about possibly the most important thing for this project, and that is the pretty elements that go on each banner that make each one really special. And this time with my other one, I did all satin rose pumpkins. With these, I'm doing each one a little bit different. So again, using Oohlala Vintage Treasures Ruffle and Roses, could be Roses and Ruffles, but I think it's Ruffles and Roses kit. I cut out some of my favorite elements from the kit, along with some of the label pieces, and I am going to affix those to each of the banners with liquid white glue. This is art glitter glue. It dries clear. The adhesive properties of this, I love it. But the reason why I'm using this and suggesting you not use hot glue or Fabri-Tac or anything like that is because I want the image to appear almost seamless to this puff piece behind it, almost like it's a part of it. And if I used hot glue, it would be slightly very slightly raised, and I don't want that. I want it to be as tight against it as possible, and I know that this is going to enable me to do that. Also, it's just such a lightweight glue. I never have any problems with color coming through or it thinning out the paper, and you can see through it. You know, you can't see through it, and I love that. I did distress the edges already, and I'm just going to make sure that that is perfectly flat on there. It dries really quick, so I don't have to worry about the edges popping up. Oh, I want to make it look like it's a part of it. So this video is getting kind of long, huh? So I think after I glue these down, I am going to be finished with this, make it a part 1, and then create a part 2 and do the decorating. Not to mention, I've got an order I've got to pack, so my time is kind of running out for my day. This may have to carry over till tomorrow. Or even the next day, since I've got a longer day teaching tomorrow. I don't know. Y'all see how that almost looks like, well, to me it does look like it's part of the background. I love it. It's just, it looks seamless. I love it. So pretty. I told Doreen that this was my favorite kit so far, and I've probably said that about numerous of the kits, but honestly, I mean, this is just gorgeous, and I can just see me using this kit for so many purposes in the future. So many. I love it. My glue bottle is looking kind of scraggly, isn't it? Oh. Maybe I should do a wrap around it like I've seen some other people do. Maybe someday. Oh no. And my light over here, the battery needs charging. It's flashing. So I guess that's just to let me know it is about time to wrap up this one and make it a part 1. And y'all, I know that here lately I'm only putting out one video a week. That's because my schedule did change, and so it makes it a bit more difficult for me to get videos out. But I will do my best to get the part 2 out of this before a week. That is the goal. I'm not going to promise, because life does happen and things get in the way. But it is my goal to get the second part out before next week. I should be able to finish this in just a couple of days, because I'm not sure if I will be able to tomorrow, but the next day I should be able to finish it, which means another video if nothing happens. All right, what do y'all think so far? Look, they're so pretty. I love them, and I am making this for a friend, and I hope that she loves it too. Isn't it just gorgeous? I love it. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all again soon. Let it be soon. Bye.